StormWatch 12 weather with meteorologist Oliver Smith.
Well, we're going to continue with the high fire danger into southern Oregon and northern California all throughout the day today. Really kind of picking up this afternoon into this early evening. So the red flag warning is up for 2 o'clock this afternoon through 8 o'clock this evening. So again, the very low humidity. Remember, we had humidity levels around 5–10% yesterday. That wouldn't be hardly any different for today. So the wind's picking up those low humidity numbers, and then the hot temperatures just making for very easy for wildfires to spread. Excessive heat west of the Cascades, heat advisory east of the Cascades. This has been extended to 9 o'clock on Tuesday. So again, very hot conditions with a little relief even for overnight lows. This isn't just hot here, it is hot everywhere, up towards the Canadian border, all the way down to the Mexican border, all of California, including into Nevada and parts of Utah as well. So very hot conditions all throughout this 4th of July weekend. Now for the forecast for today, temperatures generally into the low 80s along the Oregon coast, 83 for Brookings, right around 110 degrees for Grants Pass, Medford, and into Wairika, 106 for Mount Shasta City. Temperatures very close to 100 degrees over towards Lakeview and Klamath Falls, again with the breezy conditions into this afternoon. Now, most of the smoke for the next couple of days is going to be confined to that Shelley fire into Siskiyou County. So down towards Wairika, Weed, Mount Shasta City, you could be looking at the hazy conditions for today and into tomorrow as well. And we could see a little bit of some smoke east of the Cascades as well. Now, in terms of the pollen forecast, it'll kind of go up and down, but nothing really all that significant throughout the week. But it looks like the peak in terms of the pollen for grasses would be over on Monday. Now, the hottest temperatures are pretty much right over us right now, and they'll continue throughout the next couple of days. We go towards Monday, that same kind of situation. So what we're going to be looking at again is the dangerous heat continuing, the very high impacts for humans and any animals as well as including all your pets. Again, extreme fire weather conditions because these very, very hot temperatures with the relative humidity being very low, the very just dry air, and any kind of wind essentially greater than 5 miles an hour just makes it just super easy for fires to spread if they're able to get started. So, and then we're going to also be looking at the record high temperatures in the region as well. Medford's temperatures are going to be record highs as well through at least Tuesday. But then we get towards Wednesday and finally some good news, at least a little bit of good news, as the hottest weather starts to shift off towards the east. There's a system that'll move in towards mostly into western Canada, southern Canada, and just clipping Washington state, but it'll have just enough of an influence in our weather to where temperatures finally go from close to 110 degrees to closer to 100 degrees. So it's still hot, but less hot overall. So we'll be looking at that from the 10th through the 14th. And then we go towards the 15th and the 16th, here towards the middle of the month. We'll just continue to have clipper systems moving just to our north, but it'll keep temperatures again a little bit finally starting to cool off a little bit more. We'll start getting mid-90s by the time we get towards that period. So at least closer to our seasonal averages, which is great news overall, especially if you're really just sick and tired of the intense heat. So cooling weather is coming. It's just taking its sweet time getting here. So for the Oregon coast, again, temperatures into the low 80s for Sunday and Monday. A little bit more of an onshore flow on Tuesday, and temperatures come back up into the low 80s Wednesday and to the end of the week. Northern California, again, very hot temperatures, close to 110 for today and tomorrow. Eventually starting to cool a little bit on Wednesday, but you can see temperatures closer to 100 degrees, so less hot overall, and lows going from near 70 degrees to the lower 60s, so at least a little more comfortable at night. For the Klamath Basin, near 100 degrees through Tuesday, overnight lows still into the 50s, but then high temperatures drop into the mid-90s by the end of the week, so a little bit better, but still awfully hot. And the Cascades will be generally 90 to 95 through Tuesday. High temperatures into the 80s Wednesday through the end of the week, and low temperatures in the 60s dropping to the 50s. And the Rogue Valley, again, very hot. High fire danger continues for today. Pretty similar temperatures for Monday and into Tuesday, but we finally get a little relief. Temperatures getting close to 100 degrees. In fact, we may not get there on Thursday. It's kind of odd to be saying that that's something to look forward to.